Rise also is a risk. We already saw this matchup earlier today, but it'll be locked in.
Or maybe with a roam down early.
KT have a lot more information on the jungle route. They know that Ambition's not here.
Oh, Ruler's walking straight over towards the brush. Immediate flash away. Roots won't be in range to clip him. Neither will that deadly flourish. But already some rough stuff. Meanwhile, back in mid, Pawn and Crown duking it out. So a lot of spam ability coming through from Crown. Meanwhile, bottom, Ruler has to burn his flash yet again. Get away from those chains of corruption. Flash forward from Mata. Root's not going to connect. Flash away by Core JJ. So just going to be an exchange.
As a mid laner, where there was that famous meme where if Ambition gets first blood, so hold that thought.
Yeah, ultimatum throw down. Smeb going to pop the Dominus. Taking so much damage though, and he is going to go down. Heal tries to keep him alive. Flat forward. Ambition actually doesn't have it. Smeb miraculously lives, and there's no way for Samsung to dive this unless Cube wants to take the turret shots. This would be so risky. Hook shot forward. Finds the stun. There we go. Takes him out. Nicely done by Samsung, but definitely not nearly as clean as they would like. They get the first blood, but now the turret going down in the bottom lane. Curtain call coming through, just trying to dissuade them. KT will be finding first brick.
And this is what KT get because of all the extra time it took for Samsung to pick up the kill.
Should just be the two. Cube's playing really far up, uses the hook shot. Now Smeb go into the Dominus, dashes forward. Doesn't have the stun though. Ambition is nearby. Does he want to leap in? Yes, he does. Jumps in onto Smeb, gets a lot of damage down onto the Renekton, but they can't follow up for the kill yet. Crown has roamed all the way up from mid lane, but as has Pawn. He gets locked up, and he should go down. Yes, he does. There we go. Overload from Pawn. He is able to secure the kill, and Samsung lose a fight that they picked. Now the Realm Warp coming through, trying to cut off Core JJ. Pawn the only one coming through. Does he have the move speed to get away from the Rune Prison? Has to juke back around the minions. Pawn doesn't have the most damage yet, but they'll still get the Wild Growth burned.
A 5-man map rotation from KT. They sent everyone to the top because they already had first brick in bot lane. Now they show up. Camille, like we said, what's she to do? Has to watch as the turret goes down. Might have to wait for another minion wave, might not, depending on how much they want it. They seem to want it pretty bad. They want Camille too.
Corruption coming down, layered with the grasping roots. They find the kill. Score picks up the blow. And now they're going to just try to finish this one off. Looks like they'll be able to do so.
The thing he wanted to do was to add Syndra to a ban list against him, and that's what he's been trying to cement in recent times with all the solo queue games, with games like this, but increasingly the games seem to be going this way, which leaves Syndra open more often than not for Samsung.
Oh, Ambition running straight into Smeb, pops the Dominus, has a lot of damage trying to lock down this Rengar. Score here to follow up. Void Spike's not going to find anybody. They jump away, but the roots come through from Mata. Beautiful flash over the wall to line that one up, comes up with a kill. Well, Crown and Pawn duking it out in bot. Pawn down to half HP, but has the shields coming through. Has a lot of damage to offer up with this Rise. Crown needs to pop his ultimate soon if he wants to come out on top of this one. Throws it out, but won't get the damage in. Pawn flashes to the side, and he comes up with a solo kill. Nicely done by him. And KT are just running all over Samsung. Oh boy, Ruler. In a bad spot, has to flash away from the chain of corruption. Realm Warp coming through. Pawn and Score coming over the wall. Ambition gonna get locked down, gonna get popped. Smeb just takes him out. AT just keep going forward, 5-1.
Like, I've got wood, guys. I'm gonna throw it in there. Yep, it's bigger now.
Ruler, oh boy. I mean, what more can he say? Just push too far forward inside the mid lane, gets taken out. Pawn. Getting pinched on by Core JJ, but I don't think he can do enough.
Nope.
Yeah, doesn't hit the glitter lance to slow him up. He's going to be sprinting out. He's like, yeah, glad I got that ghost.
They don't have a tank there.
Could be right now.
They have so much damage.
Trying to bait it. Chain of Corruption comes through. Ambition gets popped, and that's going to be Baron for KT.
A party Stranglethorns as
Or
well
maybe
to
not.
celebrate the kill.
They might have other ideas. Smeb splitting. I think
mean,
you just go for the Baron.
Well, Cuvée can't enter lane against Smeb unless it's under his inhibitor turret.
Huh. Well, they're delaying for a little bit.
KT have everything working for them. Everything you could possibly ask for.
Poor
We're just
JJ
waiting for them
gets
to turn
chunked
onto
out.
that Baron.
I mean, oh, here we go. They're going to go ahead and jump on Ambition yet again. They pop him. Realm Warp coming through into the mid lane. Pawn arrives. We'll get polymorphed off the bat, so you can't get the lockdown on the Ruler to come up with the kill. But Jungler dead yet again. KT, do they finally push over for this Baron? They're starting to inch that way, but might just be baiting yet again.
It feels like everywhere on the map, it's not objectives for KT, it's pinatas. Every enemy champion a pinata. The Baron a pinata. They just get something everywhere. They've all got the ability to get lumps of gold wherever they go, and they're going to start the Baron. They could always turn off this one.
Quite a bit of damage. They do have that Mountain Drake helping them out. Probably gonna have to retreat to the side. Doesn't want to get caught up in the crossfire from that curtain call. Def takes a lot of damage, and that will delay KT. So good job by Samsung. 4v5. Don't even have to push up. Jhin ult's enough to do it.
And it's so non-committal, opening up so far away. That shows you why the Baron is a little bit tricky. Is okay.
Cuve's gonna try to go in onto pawn. Thinks that everybody else is gone, but Smeb is still here. Trying to court JJ. Now roaming up. They're able to find one. They won't be able to find another. Tier 1 is a bit low. There's an Infernal Drake there.
And the Infernal seems like the easiest objective. But
they opt in for it. Cuve getting locked down. He gets popped up, and he will fall. Def just chucking out that Chain of Corruption to get the assist. Pushing into the jungle. Might just be looking for a turret here. Flash forward. Ruler gets locked down. Realm Warp into the back. Pawn arrives. A little bit too late to get kill credit. He will get jumped on, though, by Ambition. He's getting locked up by Smeb, who's just feeling free to go ahead and stick in the middle of the remaining Samsung members. Gets popped up by the Wild Growth as it goes over to Ambition, but he's still quite all right. He is still healthy, can tank up the Baron.
This time they don't have to worry about the curtain call. Ambition's still alive, but doesn't have ult either. They're going to turn onto the Baron. Ambition is in base. They do a lot of damage, Infernal and Mountain. They're going to start a defense. It needs to be now, Samsung.
Otto waiting to try to gatekeep with the roots, trying to lock somebody down. Baron going low, will get taken out. Now they just pile in onto Crown. He gets popped. Zamada finds a killing blow. Cuve getting locked up as well. And Samsung, I think he just have to kind of write this game off and start looking forward to game number 2, because there's just not a thing they can do. Cuve not tanky enough, nor is Ambition.
Samsung fan or a Samsung player?
Can't even say that they're doing twice as well as that game, because 2 times 0 is still 0. Cuve getting chunked out. Overload almost kills him. He's able to peel back to the fountain, but this turret will fall. Curtain call's opened up by Ruler. Trying to find a pick, trying to just stop them from taking the inhib. Smeb still splitting up top. See how long he wants to stick around for, but the rest of KT likely will go ahead and just remain and try to pressure out this inhib.
And they will keep the pressure on, like you say, at the same time as top inhibitor turrets going down.
Cuve getting ripped down to half HP. Smeb barely taking any damage, even with some turret shots coming through. Hip the focus. Def just trying to poke them out with those piercing arrows as best as possible. Thrill the Hunt gets popped, but it's actually going up towards the Renekton. I think they figured this out right about now. Technical sweep comes in, does slow him up. He's still massive. The ultimatum comes through, trades one onto Cuve. Can he get a second one? Slice and dices through, and he's just going to come up with the 1v2 solo kill. Smeb just stomps out Samsung's hopes. Def going low, will stay alive for the moment. Ruler has to pop the heal, hightail it out of there. Jukes out on that deadly flourish. 3 members are dead. TP coming through from Smeb, keeping the wave alive in the bottom lane. A second inhib going to fall in top. And KT, can they just close it out here? 30 seconds on Ambition, 20 about on Cuve, and 30 on Crown. I think they just have the finish.
While a crocodile is usually scary, this is Godzilla right here, Achilles. They tried to 2v1 him and he got a double kill. Solo kills are already prized. The 1v2 double kill is just insane, but that will actually lead to the end of the game. All the super minion waves pushing in. KT wiping the floor with Samsung Galaxy. And it's felt like this many times, but regular season 19-0 for KT over Samsung Galaxy in the LCK era.
Yeah, 33 minutes on the clock, 3 kills. All that Samsung were able to pick up.
It's not that great, honestly. I wouldn't go Kennen into Gragas. He can just build Spirit Visage and BK. KT certainly looking the stronger.
Hello. Body slam over the wall. Sonic Wave comes through. Cuve throws up the shield. Has a spec into the W, but doesn't last long enough to stop Score from coming
in.
in.
Wait for flashes here. 3, 2, 1. Okay, body slam.
All right, just flashing away from that Sonic Wave. Had that connected, would have been pretty devastating. Haru will get a lot of damage down on the Score. So he's going to have to pop one of those refillable potion charges. But overall, really good ground gained by KT.
Yeah, it's an early game comp with now no flash on the Poppy. So that's an extra thing that KT have to work with. And they're going to continue to invade knowing all of this. Crown has the shorter route to this camp. And they can also just walk up to Haru who's trying to do Raptors.
Yeah, has the ward in. So he spots them coming through. But they're going to try to take these away. Cuve roaming back down. Body slam coming out. They jump on top of the Rengar. Crown still hasn't peeled back. So they'll just go ahead and peel back out of there. Smeb got 2 of them. Score got 0. So Haru still profits for the most part. He's going to wrap back around. Doesn't have an ignite.
They don't know where the vision is exactly here.
Red's still in vision. This is going to be one of the more interesting starts that we've seen. Score going to go ahead, smite the red buff to get some HP back, but Haru leaps in, he flashes in, but Smeb ends up coming up with that first blood, and now Cube is going to be in such a bad spot. He can't flash out of here. Pawn arrives, picks up the second kill. Oh, and KT. The train is leaving the station already.
Oh, Score played that as well as you could in what was just a super unlikely circumstance. Brown losing the trades as well. The fact that he stayed alive is okay.
Well, he got some
the back end of that trade was.
I mean, he has to be careful though. Pawn does have the ignite.
Barmy Cinder, speaking of starts for Smeb, who just wants to push and allow Score to continue to invade.
Oh, big engagement here.
Auto.
Crown needs one more auto. Flashes forward, finds it. Gets the solo kill on Pawn. I'll shut down the confidence pick a little bit, at least take it down a notch.
Finally get some win in the sails of the Samsung fans as well. Crown's on a champion he knows so well. Rise is definitely a pick he has a lot of practice on. We heavily expect the LeBlanc to be deprioritized pretty extremely on 7.5, so in future weeks that shouldn't be as big an issue. Invade was what they wanted to do, and they're going to keep invading.
Score, drops the ward, Smeb's coming in from behind. Body slam, flashes in, cast not going to connect. Meanwhile, the Realm Warp maybe coming through. Do they really want to follow up with this? The answer's going to be yes, because Cube's here. They stun Smeb into the wall, and he goes down. Crown puts a second kill on the board, and Samsung, they put their head above the water here, inch ahead of KT. Otto waiting for Core JJ, but the curtain call's been opened up on the depth. He's going to be the real target. Flashes away. Wild Growth is not there. Mata not level 6 yet, and depth just dead to rights. Core JJ comes up with the kill with the help of the plant. 3-2 now for Samsung as they keep moving forward. Smeb comes down to mid, maybe looking for a lockup with the chain on the ground and popping back. Chain does come out, scores here, he flashes away, still gets caught, body slam, knocks him away from the turret. He should fall, and he does. Score finds it, but Haru answers with one very quickly. Now Cube arriving with that pin into the wall, will stun up Smeb, boots him away with the Keeper's Verdict, but Pawn is able to answer one onto the Rengar. So far, a 2-for-1 in their favor. Pawn barely makes it out with his life, as does Smeb.
Winning skirmishes and even able to spot out Pawn in this way.
He's trying to get some vision. Core JJ comes in, finds the Rune. He gets locked down by the Rune Prison, and he gets taken down. Haru gets another kill.
Getting that early vision, it's given so many advantages. Pawn would have been so much more defensive if he had that information. They're looking for
depth.
turret
Yep,
dive.
they're all the hunt coming through. TP will come out from Smeb. They jump in, lock down depth with the Deadly Flourish, and Ruler picks up a kill. Now Smeb, he completes the channel, but can he defend this turret? Does have a decent amount of clear. More members here. They have so much damage that they can output, and the turret's ready to go down. They lock up Smeb. Deadly Flourish comes through. Turret will fall. Now the curtain call to try to slow him up. Hitbox is just too big. Wild Growth comes through, but the last shot from Ruler finds him and takes him out. True Shot Barrage not going to clip Core JJ. He stays alive. And now Cube finding Score, forcing him to safeguard to safety. So they will abandon that for a bit longer. Smeb finding Core JJ. Gets a lot of damage in with the Drunken Rage. Jukes out on the Grasping Roots. Forces out the flash.
Good mechanics there from Smeb to sidestep as well. But only a flash onto a Zyra achieved by KT. No answering kills for what has been a cavalcade of kills recently for Samsung. Speaking of kills.
Warp yet again coming through. Deft. Not going to get locked down by the Rune Prison, but Haru is just waiting in the brush in vision. And will kill him.
They've got some objectives low, but not being able to pick any up. And
Ruler going to get jumped on. Jane's coming through. Ruler flashes away, pops the heal. Does get himself out, but now Core JJ might not be able to say the same. He'll get taken down. Smeb finds the kill, but Pawn going to get jumped on with that curtain call with Crown, who comes through. They find one. Can they get more?
Where's Ash when you need her? Wow, Ruler fell low again.
Pawn getting jumped on, locked down by the Rune Prison. Dashes away. Wild Growth comes through. Last shot. Going to be just out of range, but Pawn will still go down. Crown just hounding him with that Ghost. Comes up with a kill now. Score dashing back. Makes it underneath the turret. Gets hit up by the Roots. Get popped up, but there's no follow-up damage to take him down.
Have to wonder why Pawn is looking for solo kills when the lanes were in a decent spot, and they're just turning onto Baron, trying to force Ezreal out of bot lane.
There's no LeBlanc, but Smeb is nearby. He's going to be the first one to sniff this out. Baron's down below half HP. KT need to make the big play, but there's just no way for Score to get up there. They get the Baron, and now Smeb has to run out of here. Looks like he'll be able to do so. Throws out the cask, won't catch anybody. But Samsung, 20 minutes and 40 seconds, engage the Baron, and they come away with it. The minions will do the rest of the work. So second turret now picked up here for Samsung. Haru finding Mata, gets exhausted, but it might not even matter. They still force the flash.
Now already knocking on the inhibitors at 24 minutes.
Ruler doing so much damage. This thing's already down below half HP, in danger of falling. Meanwhile, top lane is just the same score. Going to get popped up by the wild growth, but he still falls. Ruler comes up with the kill. Now 2 inhibs about to be under assault by Samsung as they just shove into the base all willy-nilly. Not a care in the world for what KT can try to do to stop them.
KT put all their bans into getting a top lane mismatch, but the Gragas has started them off so well and then now just doesn't provide as much as you'd want. And
KT definitely got to be looking forward to that third and final game at this point. The hopes of bouncing back are very slim. Pitch is starting to come through. True Shot Barrage not going to get a whole lot done. Juve going forward, stun score into the wall. Should have the damage to finish him off as Ruler is here. Last shot finds him. He goes down, Root connects on the pawn. Wild Growth, or Curtain Call coming through. Wild Growth nowhere nearby to try to save him. That's just going to be a double kill going over to Ruler. Brown now just tanking up, relying on those passive shields, stays alive, out-duels Smeb with the helpless team, takes him down. Deft falls as well. A near ace for Samsung. And with Super Creeps pushing in from the top and mid-side, they're going to go ahead and end this game 26.5 minutes, 17-5. KT getting outclassed completely here. And they're going to take us all the way to a third and final game.
An utter ecstasy for Samsung Galaxy. Finally in the regular season, they take down KT Rolster. We're going super risky, Achilles.
Yeah, we are. GP banned away by KT in game number 2. Alrighty, here we go. That's the real battle right there between the audience members and who can yell the most. KT. Oh, Haru. He goes for the ward. Has to flash away immediately. Can they follow up? Gets rooted down. Body slam coming in. One more hit will do it. He gets taken down. Deft finds the first blood. And oh boy, what a way to start the game.
Attack move on Rengar can cost you so much. How many times we've seen people bounce off the blasting plans like Peanut has frequently this season.
We'll see how things go here. On having the similar start that we saw, but he's walking into the brush, and Haru is here. Pops the cleanse, trying to get away from him, but Haru's going to have the brush to hop in and out of it in just a second. Sticky to him like glue. Makes it over to the blast cone, knocks him away. Oh, and then deadly flourish barely misses. Dragon
yeah, goes the dragon.
Pawn will take one shot from that, but otherwise he's quite all right. But they get the cleanse out of him, but not much more.
That's the sort of great escape you tell your children about. He actually got away. Deft knew his range for heal exactly.
Sees that this ward's being cleared out, can take the blast cone for a ride, will do so. Lockdown onto Smeb, but he's going to go ahead and flash over the wall immediately, so he keeps himself alive for now.
I'm not sure what Haru actually used his ult on there. Maybe it was onto a minion?
Positive, can barrage stun down. Haru's going to flash out of it, goes for Smeb, finds him, takes him down. And he can just go ahead and recall inside that brush. Deft does not have the true shot barrage to try to snipe him out, so he's safe.
As relentlessly aggressive as we see Haru, it's why he came into the team. It's what's helped them so much this season has been that aggression. Speaking of aggression.
Yeah, Curtain Call coming through, just clearing out the wave. TP burned out by Juve, Score and Pawn are nearby. Juve completes this. Stranglethorn's coming down, they're both going to flash out of this one, but Score's going low, throws out the explosive pass, knocking Ruler away, buying himself some crucial time. Juve's out of mana, but the deadly flourish comes through. He gets locked down and he falls. Crown finds the kill, 2-1. Samsung put another kill on the board.
Might get a trade kill, but this turret is definitely going to go down.
Yeah, he's looking for it with the barrels, throws it down in front of Haru. I think he knows he's dead to rights. There we go.
Worth though.
Will die, but yeah, very much worth. Hey, look at this. He's going to go ahead, push into the brush. It's not been spotted
He's basically
yet.
a laner this game.
Yeah, he's not been spotted yet, but he's just losing camps. The red buff goes over to Haru. Now they're wrapping around behind Pawn. Going to be looking for a dive.
Cleanse.
No cleanse, no flash. Can he find the sun to start things off? And a ball barrage comes down, but Pawn gets locked up and he dies immediately. Haru gets the kill. Crown goes low from the turret, but they'll be fine. And might just be another tower going down. Juve could take that up, but looks like they'll think better of it. Score. Gonna get his back stopped likely here by Juve. Doesn't want to go in. Pops the Maelstrom, slows up Smeb, goes over the wall, following through with the flash. Strangledor's thrown down. Smeb's gonna get popped up. That is just not going to do anything to keep him alive at all. He just goes down. Another pick coming through. Samsung, where do they pressure? Looks like it's going to be the mid. Pawn's alone in the bottom lane. Might be able to find that inner turret, but likely has to peel back.
And new problems for KT that aren't apparent against other teams. Problems like Pawn and his inability to stand up to Crown over the course of the series. Game 1, a passenger, and game 2 and 3, a problem. Speaking of problems,
Juve came in with the TP, cutting them off, looking for a pick here. Realm Warp out for Pawn, keeps him alive, but Score can't say the same thing. He goes down, immediately getting popped, and Samsung just keeps tacking on kill after kill. But now Samsung will go ahead, start up the Baron.
what's the way to do now? This is the pivotal moment.
Yeah,
They've got to find a way.
Deft has to make it back here very quickly. The Mountain Drake going to be helping speed this up for Samsung. Cannon Barrage comes down, Scores in the pit. Baron's really low. True Shot Barrage comes through, catches a couple members of Samsung.
He got it!
Smite off. It's going to be Score coming away with the Baron, but he gets taken out immediately by Samsung. Curtain Call coming through. Realm Warp thrown down by Pawn, but he gets rooted. It gets canceled, and he gets deleted. Can they find more? Smeb cleansing off the root with the orange, will be able to make it back to the base, but Mana cannot say the same. The Bola connects, as does the Twisted Advance. He goes down, and Samsung may not have the Baron, but they get so many kills off the backside of it.
It's 3 for 1 though, and the Baron, Achilleos, so it's still something for KT.
Deft fires back, he's able to take out Haru, so they lose 1. And now Smeb and Deft are going to go on the counter push, maybe try to knock down this tier 1 turret in mid. And this could be really risky for them to try to get back in.
Now the Baron buff minions to fight around as well.
Flying Plant comes out, they see everybody. They have to be careful with these barrels, getting the opening damage down onto Samsung.
No flash onto Cuvee makes engage a little bit tricky.
Deft gets caught, Curtain Call coming through, Strangledorn's thrown down. They will pop up the Ezreal. One more shot would do it, but it gets body blocked by Mana. Fourth and final, not going to get too much damage down. And Haru, he has to kite back. Cuvee all on his lonesome. Pushed forward, has to retreat as best as he can. Brown finds Score, gets a stun on the Pawn. They lock him up with the Deadly Flourish, but he's able to make it out. The Unleashed Power will not take him down, and KT will head for the hills. They lose 1, they get a turret. It's going to feel pretty bad, you'd have to say. Samsung though pushing
not
it.
there.
They're going to be looking for this turret. We'll be able to take it out. Cannon Barrage comes down. Smeb's just going to keep split pushing in the top side.
They're giving up this inhibitor for free.
Inhib will fall. How much time can KT buy for Smeb to get inside the base? They're cutting back already.
Gangplank does a lot of damage to turrets, and you're right, they
Samsung
keep
can
following,
turn around
they keep
a fight.
following.
Strangledorns come down, Scrying Orb spotting them out. First recall's going to get started. Smeb will be able to knock down this turret. Can they get back in time to stop
Still no
this?
recall.
Yep, recall does come through in the end from Haru and Crown, so the inhib will not get popped.
They're trying to spawn camp it. They do.
Core JJ's in vision right now with Crown, so they know that they're not involved, but they have to have some idea that the rest of the team is starting up this Baron. I mean, double Mountain Drake is there. Cannonball.
Oh, Ruler might die.
Yeah, Cannon Barrage comes down, Ruler goes low, pops the heal, still not that healthy, has to soak up the Honey Fruit. And Samsung likely just have to go ahead and heal back from this.
And because of the push, they don't have to worry about their bot lane super minions pushing in. They can push out in a way that most teams can't. So, risk versus reward. Most teams would say don't push without vision, but it worked out for KT.
Curtain Call coming through to clear out the minion wave.
Teleport.
TP really deep in the backside, coming in from Cuvee. Mana and Smeb already low. Can they find the picks? Or JJ going low, but now Cuvee just soaking up all the damage at the front lines. Cass comes out, pops Ruler back just a little bit.
Cuvee's dying for
But
free.
Cuvee, he's got to flash away, takes one more Mystic Shot, but it's not enough to kill him. Now Haru jumps into the back, looking for Mana. Can't
Dead.
find the assassination, but Smeb takes him down in turn. Unleashed Power goes through onto Score, barely makes it out with his life. So far, a 1-for-0 in favor of KT. Several members dangerously low, but Samsung cannot continue the push. They cannot go for Baron. Right now, they're still holding off on this. Score getting locked up, goes low. Twisted Advance takes him way out of the fight, but poor JJ gets deleted. Curtain Call opened up by Ruler on the backside. No one there to threaten him. Shots rain through. Smeb gets taken out on the backside by Haru, comes up with the kill. Stun won't land on the Pawn. He'll be able to kite back, but Samsung getting rid of the Gangplank. The Super Creeps getting ready to start knocking down those Nexus turrets. Do they turn for the Baron? Looks like the answer is going to be yes.
Inhibitor respawns, so waiting for the minions to leash back onto the inhibitor.
Score's alive. He's in position.
Oh,
He's
if he does it
dangerously
again,
low.
if he does it again, Achilleos, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Sapling's there to spot him out. They see him coming around. Doesn't get rooted by the Deadly Flourish. Baron going low. True Shot Barrage comes down, chucking them down where he can. Comes in for it. Doesn't get it this time. Is smote away by Haru. And he gets popped immediately by the Unleashed Power. But Crown has been traded by Deft. Comes up with a kill. Rooted down. Followed up into the Deadly Flourish. He gets taken out. Ruler comes up with a kill. They get rid of Mana. They're going to get rid of Pawn. That's the ace. That's the Baron over to Samsung.
This could be Samsung finishing the game. Look at the respawns here. Still 5 seconds for Score. He's the only one. 4 members strong is Samsung. And if KT have to always steal away a Baron, they have bigger problems than losing a regular season series. against Samsung Galaxy, so KT have things to work on regardless. Inhibitor's going to fall in mid, that's for sure, and this should probably be the game.
It definitely looks that way. 30 seconds still on pawn. Score far away. It's Smeb against the world at the moment. We'll see if he can do a damn thing to stop this push, but it just does not seem likely. Ruler, full HP with the Jhin, going to be popping down the Nexus turret. The first one falls. Cannon Barrage desperately trying to clear out the wave, and it might have just done enough. Cubase starting to kite back out of mana on the Maokai, down to half HP, and Samsung, they will extend the game by their own choice. They will exit the base. Pawn and Smeb can clear out these minion waves fairly quickly, but can they do it fast enough before severe damage is done to the remaining structures? Cannon Barrage comes down, turned down to half HP. Ground gets popped, knocked back in by the explosive cast, but he's able to flash out to safety, at least for now. Smeb going low, Realm Warp into the back. Pawn on a suicide mission, just kills himself. Ruler finds the kill, opens up with the curtain call. Now Haru looking for an entry into the back, goes in, finds a double kill for Ruler by locking down score. They'll pop the Guardian Angel of Smeb. He's gonna come back in completely surrounded by all members of Samsung, and they have finally done it with just Depth and Mana left alive. The Nexus exposed, it'll go down. 37 minutes, Samsung finally beat KT in a series in the regular season.